Right.
I was pushing Kyle after the race last night. Thank you for pushing the race a little bit. And
everybody? Welcome back to the Flamin' Karma Truck Series. We are live here from Auto Club going into qualifying. I will get you the point standings in a second. How I was having a little technical difficulty with that, but we are live here. Qualifying is starting. I will get you to the cars as soon as they. It should be from what I've been hearing the drivers saying it is a little bit slippery out there. Um, and tires have been wearing quite a bit more than what they're used to. And Jones out there. It's on their first flyer here. Looks like we got roughly, I don't know, around 22 trucks or something like that. We're missing a few. I don't think Bill Percy is here. He's racing his real race car, so can't blame him for that. But yeah, from what the drivers were saying, from previous packages that iRacing has put out, slippery out there, and the tires more so than what it has done in previous packages. So that should make for an interesting race. Tire wear going to be more key, managing those tires, because I think we only get 3 sets. So that's going to be key. Thanos jumps up to the top of the timesheets, followed by Man Jr. Now Mark Dantuma takes over the pole. Sean Purcell jumps into second. He was our winner last week. Christian Delgado finished second last week. Qualified 7th so far. We've had 10 cars take to the track. Sean Purcell right now, second lap. Jeff Henkel jumped up to 7th. John Turner to 9th. Jay Kinner jumps up to 7th now. Man Jr. jumps up to 6th. Evan Clapper jumps to the pole, and he is immediately knocked off by Jeff Henkel. So Jeff Henkel pole. Mark Dantuma is going to take it back on his second lap. That is Mr. Henkel there. Brian Oshenska is out there now. Let's see what you can put this thing. So far, Mark Dantuma is your pole sitter currently. Not yet. Oshenska's on a flyer here. We'll see where he slots in a second. Looks like he jumps only up to 15th, so we'll see if he can improve it on his second lap here. Mike Smith jumps up to 15th. That puts Brian back to 17th. Pole, that's what she said. Creasel slots in at 19th. DJ Kinner jumps up to 8th. Brian can, sometimes you just let off a little slap in seconds. Got her wound up pretty good. Slot in. Line. Jumps all the way up to 7th quick. So second lap for Brian Oshenska was a heater. Jumps up to 7th. Qualifies 7th there. Oh, that's what she said. Creasel out in the Flamin' Karma Truck Series paint scheme. It's like she is just bringing her back in. She is currently 19th. Have roughly 30 seconds here. I think everybody that's gone is probably going to go at about 30 seconds to kick this bad boy off. I will starting lineup in a few. It looks like we had about 5 cars chose not to qualify. That would be Aaron Mason, Mr. Jared Hees, Donald Durrance, Alb Hewins, and John Schmidt chose not to take. And we'll start this race. About 10 seconds here. Not sure if we're going to see a lot of cautions or not. I know last year at this track, in fact, the video I watched started with Are gridding up here. Looks like we are set to do 90 laps. Um, there we go. Okay, now we got him back. uh, let's go through. Okay, your grid will be. It will be on the pole, Mark Dantuma, followed by Jeff Hinkle in second. Evan Clapper in third. Sean Purcell, last week's winner at Daytona, is fourth. Jimmy Johnson fifth. Edmund Jones sixth. Brian Oshenska seventh. Larry Ashby eighth. William Mann Jr., a.k.a. Manslammer, ninth. DJ Kinner 10th. James Lee 11th. Christian Delgado, your second place runner-up there last week in Daytona, is 12th. 13th is Joe Gregory. 14th in Hillhouse. 15th is Thanos. 16th Rick Sargent. 17th Mike Smith. Joe Turner is 18th. 19th Mann Sr. 20th Nicole Creasel. Al Hewis is 21st. Jared Heasley 22nd. Aaron Mason 23rd. Donald Durns 24th. John Schmidt 25th. And rounding out your field. So we are set to kick this off here. Just a few. Yeah. Lights are out. We will be going green this time by. And restart zones are active, I'm told, for this. So the first two trucks have to do control speed, which I believe is like 55 or 60 miles an hour, something like that. The rest of the trucks behind that do not have to follow that. So the two control cars have to maintain that. If they do not, they will get a black flag, and we've seen that happen too. Green flag's out. Looks like Jeff Hinkle gets a little wheel spin. Looks like Sean Purcell, a little wheel spin as well. They are away clean here. On board Mark Dantuma. Single filing out there, 1 through 4. Again, long race, so you don't really need to push it right off the bat. Jeff Hinkle attacking Sean Purcell down on the bottom for second position. Jeff Hinkle very well known for saving his tires, so I look for him to be one of the tops in doing that. But decides to tuck back in behind Sean. Decides now's not quite the time. You got a few trucks at the back there. Looks like they're kind of maybe playing the fuel mileage strategy. They're dropping off. Not sure if that's by design or. But I would imagine this track usually does come down to fuel. Jeff Hinkle making a push for the second spot here and the lead all in one. Got that low line working really good. Sean hanging tough on the outside though. Mark Dantuma. Jeff is clear of Sean Purcell if he wants to go up. Mark is up there. He will try to clear Mark as well for the lead. See who leads it at the line. Looks like Mark was able to just hold Jeff off at the line. Jeff gonna still work him hard here in turn 1. Again, you don't want to. I mean, there's definitely multiple grooves. It just depends where you feel comfortable. You know, you got to torch your tires a little more on the bottom, but again, you can get some good runs on the bottom. You just need to manage it best you can. Very fine line. Like Jeff slot back into third. Mark Dentuma going to get back out on the high side, bringing Sean Purcell with him, last week's winner at Daytona. Sorry, I'm saying that wrong. Not Sean Purcell. Sean Purcell is in fifth. That is Evan Clapper. Almost similar paint schemes. I was confused. Move Evan Clapper to the lead. He takes it over from Mark Dentuma. Going to slide up in front. Jeff Hinkle's still running that low line down there. Be working out for him more. Jimmy Johnson is taking a pass on Jeff here. Jeff going to dive it way down low. So he gets into the corner really good taking it low like that, but the high side gets such a good run off. He's just not quite able to clear Evan Clapper there. But he will lead. Oh, Evan led that lap. And now watch. You'll see Jeff go into the corner and he'll make up a ton of ground. But coming off, Evan's just going to get such a good run. Now down here in 3 and 4, where you really notice it, where Jeff really is able to drive it in very deep. Jimmy Johnson coming down to give him some help. Jeff gets in there real. Oh, he looks a little loose. Looks like the back end wanted to come around. He's just not able to get a good enough run off of turn 3 and 4 to clear Evan Clapper. Can he slot back up in there? No, he's going to continue this. He's going to continue this, I think, until he gets the lead. Sean Purcell on the outside of Jimmy Johnson back there. He's trying to make a move there. Pretty much Jeff and Jimmy, the only ones on the bottom, and DJ Kinner back there looks like he's on the bottom. Everybody else kind of running the top, single filed out. Jeff Hinkle gets in there real deep. He's going to kind of run Evan up the track a little bit. All right, it's just so tough to get that, put the power down and keep it under him. 3 and 4, he's definitely better than 3 and 4, but I think Evan's just got that high line working a little better in 1 and 2. So if Jeff can just get a little better run, stay kind of dead even with him off of 2, I think he can make it work in 3 and 4. But Jeff's gonna slot in behind. Now's not the time. Evan Clapper. Still your leader, Jeff going back at it again, just as I say that. And it looks like he will clear Evan Clapper, jump up to the high side. Evan going to do the crossover here. Now again, Evan's been running that high line, so he's not quite as familiar with the low line. But he's going to make it work. Jeff going to thinking about crossing up in 1 and 2. Does. Again, he can just stay even here, as close to even as he can. I think he'll take it back in 3 and 4 again. He's gonna run it in there. Oh, Evan gonna run it a little tighter to not let him get a good run off. Like Sean Purcell there, drop down to get behind Hinkle, give him a little bit of drafting help. You got Jimmy Johnson down in that lane as well. Sean Purcell thinking about going to the middle here. Ooh, Jeff is just gonna clear. No, he thinks better of it. I think that was the wise call. I think that was gonna be to the outside retaining wall if he comes up there. Jimmy Johnson going down low to make it 3 wide here under Sean Purcell. He backs out of it. Jeff should be able to clear off of 3 here, off of 4 rather. This is on board Hinkle. He chooses to stay on the bottom. He does not go up. Doesn't want to let that crossover happen again. We are on lap 10 of 90. Give Evan Clapper some credit though. I mean, he's hanging really tough there on the outside. It's making it very difficult for Jeff Hinkle to clear him. Again, just not quite clear to slide up in front. Larry Ashby, something happened there. He dropped 15 spots. He's back at 23rd. He hasn't even. Truck looks all right. Maybe just playing, like I said, he's back there working with the coal. Maybe just doing a little fuel mileage run there. Not really sure what happened. Back to the front. Jeff Hinkle still attacking the lead here. Just doesn't quite have enough off the 2. Now I gotta wonder, is this really hurting Jeff's tire? You know, I mean, you don't want to stay down there too long. Evan doing a good job though, kind of running the middle and not letting them use a lot of the track to get a good run off. He's holding them pretty tight. Looks like Jeff gonna run them up a little bit. Oh, they're banging a little bit. On board Hinkle, trying to get clear off of 2 here. White can't. So let's take a ride here on board Mr. Oshenska. Yeah, cockpit view here. What it kind of looks like in the middle. Out the front of Brian Oshenska's Nesquik truck here. Again, not really a lot of field of view. Let's say, who's your daddy? Yes, it does. Who is that? Joe. 45 rather, Joe Gregory. I like that. Alright. Looks like Brian's choosing to run the top here. Looks like Jeff might be clearing here in a second. Yeah, it looks like Jeff is able to finally pull off the lead. We'll see where he goes here in 3 and 4 if he's gonna. He's probably gonna run it high. Get that up. Well, he goes to the middle. Looks like Jimmy Johnson also getting under. Hold on, let me get that to you. Getting under. Oh, Sean Purcell's on the high side. There might be. Oh, I don't know how that wasn't a wreck. Sean Purcell to the outside. Evan Clapper. They make it work somehow. I don't think Evan realized he was out there. You had Jimmy Johnson on the inside of him. But credit to all the drivers there making it through that without anything bad happening, because that had the potential to be a very bad mess. Looks like Sean Purcell will move to second behind Jeff Hinkle. Let's check. Thanos, sponsor of our truck series here. He's back here. Running in the Kings of Thrash machine. He's back in about 17th spot. He's down 2 from where he started, but just kind of pacing himself. Like I said, there's a couple ways you can attack it. You can just go, pedal down and just pit when you got to pit, or you can try to play the fuel strategy, which I think is what some of these guys back here are doing. Oh, Thanos gets in there, really almost washed up the track into Brian. I think Rick Sargent might be having a little connection issues. Jared Heasley behind this pack here. It's on board Jared. Oh, look, you can see at least little corrections. It looks like he's a little loose off of 4. So tires starting to go away. Back at the front, Jeff starting to run away with it here. Legging it out a little bit. Out the back of Hinkle. And then Sean Purcell in second, Jimmy Johnson third, Mark Dantuba fourth. Evan Clapper has dropped from that tight battle up at the front back to 5th, so might have used up his rubber a little bit there. Again, this is going to come down to tire management and definitely also fuel strategy as well. Christian Delgado, shot of Christian Delgado here. 17 machine. He's about mid-pack. He's 11th here. He finished runner-up to Sean Purcell and Daytona last week. Oh, it looks like he gets into the wall there a little bit. Doesn't look too bad, but he might have a little front end damage, but doesn't seem too bad. I think he'll be all right. Raymond Hillhouse, let's check on him. Here he is in the 2 machine. He's up. He's actually, yes, our biggest mover, up 10 spots to 4th. So he's having a really solid run. Getting ready to attack Mark Dantuma next for the 3rd position. Evan Clapper back to 6th. Jake Kinner back here. Yeah, you got quite a. Right behind Evan Clapper, you got quite a gaggle of cars there. I think Jimmy Johnson just took the lead from Hinkle. Or is at least trying to. Hinkle's on the outside there. He's not quite giving the corner up yet. Looks like Jimmy's not quite clear, so he's going to have to run down there a little longer. We are coming to the line here, 19 out of 90. This is what Jeff was doing to Evan Clapper. It looks like Jimmy is clear if he chooses. He takes it. Move Jimmy Johnson to the point. That is, I believe, last year's champion, if I'm remembering correctly. I believe Jimmy Johnson was last year's champion in the Truck Series. So, no surprise to see him up there battling for this win. Jeff gonna get real low here, hugging the white line. Maybe give another shot here, try to take back the lead. Man Senior and Man Junior running together here. This is Man Senior. He's got Christian Delgado right behind him. His son, the Man Slammer right there, and the Man's Maintenance Machine right there. Black and gray, just a little bit ahead of him. Ahead of his father. I'm sure that'll be bragging rights at the old dinner table. Look, he's right behind Sean Purcell there, who's dropped 5 spots to 9th from where he started. Again, this thing's starting to get spread out, so the likelihood that we see a caution as it gets spread out, especially through pit stops, is very slim to none. Back up at the front of the pack. Also worth noting, the other 2 biggest movers up 7 spots each is Aaron Mason here, the 75 machine, and Jared Heasley right up on the top side of him, both up 7 spots as well. So they're coming forward. In fact, Jared is making a move on Aaron as we speak on the outside. And they have, looks like, Thanos in front of them, Christian Delgado, Mike Smith. And Sean Purcell is in the pits, 22 laps. Not sure if something happened. Looks like he has a little front end damage. Definitely some front end damage here. Oh yeah, the hood's all crinkled up. Let's see if I can... That's very weird, but yeah, so Sean Purcell, last week's winner, gonna go from 0 to 0 in this one, I think, as he's gonna drop all the way back to 25th position. Won last week, and he's gonna more than likely have not a very good points day today. Looks like Christian Delgado has also decided to come into the pits. Did he... Something. Oh, looks like Jeff was a little loose off that. Mark Dantuma going to get to his inside here. Mark looking to take the 2nd position away from Hinkle. Followed by Raymond Hillhouse looking to dive it in there behind as well. Move Mark to the 2nd position. Raymond also getting ready to get under Jeff. Jeff going to cross him up though. We're going to be 3 wide here. Dantuma high, Jeff Hinkle middle, and Raymond Hillhouse below. See if they sort this out down here. Looks like they do. Raymond tucks in behind. Jeff can't quite clear Mark Dantuma. Mark should have the better run off of 2 here. See, the trucks are getting very loose, sliding a lot. James Lee also in the pits. Not sure. I mean, I didn't really get to talk to the drivers too much to see what a fuel run is here, but it could be. Seems a little bit early, to come, but I feel like still would be 2 stops, but it's just a little opinion. Somebody else diving off. Joe Gregory also hitting pit road. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is. Maybe that's what you get. 25, 30 laps, something like that. So they're short pitting here a little bit. Johnson is still your leader. Over Mark Dantuma, Raymond Hillhouse, Jeff Hinkle, DJ Kinner, Evan Clapper, Edmund Jones. 15 spots forward. In 8th is Aaron Mason. Jared Heasley, 13 spots up. 9th. And Man Senior up in the top 10, up 9 spots. So if you remember last year, I think this race was in the playoffs, and Man Senior was trying to make it, and Hickle's on pit road, and just had bad luck. He got knocked down pit road, was 2 laps down at one point, and he just kept fighting back. It looked like he was going to be eliminated, and through attrition and stuff, he was able to work all the way back up, get his laps back, and transfer to the round of 8. So he knows his way around this track. He is 9th spot there. Devin Machine on board with him right now. 26 out of 90 here. Again, those guys, Jeff Hinkle still on pit road, Man Jr. on pit road. I gotta think this is a short pit here, so see how far these front runners stretch their fuel load. You got Jimmy Johnson, Mark Dantuma, Raymond Hillhouse. We're gonna see if this hurts them staying out, or if it benefits the guys who short pitted. We're gonna see here. Your short pitters are Mike Smith, Jeff Hinkle, Joe Gregory, Manslammer, Christian Delgado, Larry Ashby, James Lee. Those are your short pitters. So we're gonna see where they slot it into this mix when the leader decide to pit. But I gotta think the longer you go is just gonna help your car. Get to, well, I mean, if you go to 30 and do that, then you're splitting it. That's 30 and 60. Then you're gonna be going a long way on that tank. Maybe they came in early realizing that it's gonna be a 2, maybe 3 stop race as it is. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure. I want to see how far these front runners stretch. It looks like Sean Purcell. No, it's Evan Clapper making his. Oh, but I think they were making their way around. Here we go. We got Man Senior in, Mark Dantuma, DJ Kinner. Raymond Hillhouse in. Johnson, the lone man, staying out. We're going to see where this all shakes out. Sean Purcell is right in front of him up there. You see him. He has unlapped himself. Donald Durrance up 18 spots. Rick Sargent up 11. 17 for Alb Hewins. Jared Heasley 19. So those are your only, your top 6 did not pit yet. Looks like you got Mark Dantuma, Evan Clapper, DJ Kinner, Brian Oshenska, Raymond Hillhouse, Thanos, John Turner, Aaron Mason, all on pit road. Man Senior, Nicole Creasel, and John Schmidt as well on. Jimmy Johnson in, Edmund Jones in, Jared Heasley, Alb Hewins in, Rick Sargent comes in. Okay, Donald Durrance stays out. Okay, interesting play. So Donald Durrance is going to be your leader here. I didn't see him pit. So it looks like they went right around 30 laps. So I don't know, what they had left in the tank, but that tells me that's almost a 3. I mean, it looks like they're roughly getting 29, 30 laps. So that tells me this is a 3-stop race, or darn close. I mean, you're going to have to save to not make it a top race. Don Purcell, Jimmy Johnson is going to come out. It looks like the short pitting paid off. Jeff Hinkle has come to 3rd. Sean Purcell has come to, well, he's going to be your leader. Donald Durrance stretched it the farthest. He is on pit road currently. So when this all shakes out, will be Sean Purcell as your leader, and it does look like he has a fresh truck. He definitely used a fast repair. Not really sure what happened. It looks like it's going to work out for him. It may hurt him a little bit on fuel though, but you can see the difference here. Sean Purcell there. Look, Jeff Hinkle here. Then you got the gap back to Jimmy Johnson, by staying out all that time, has jumped all the way back to 5th. About almost 4 seconds off of the lead. So it went from leading to 5th spot, 4 seconds out off the lead. Again, he's going to have the fresher tires. He should be able to make it up. Sean Purcell is your leader. Will he go back-to-back? Winner at Daytona last week. Can he make it 2 in a row? I don't know. We'll have to find out. 31 out of 90. But I do believe Jeff Hinkle, Joe Gregory, Mark Dantuma, all those guys will have something to say about that. As you see Jeff working real hard, making some of that ground up. He's actually down on the bottom here, getting ready to pounce. Again, Sean came down pit road with the damage on the hood. So, oh, he's loose. He's loose. So I don't think that was scheduled. Obviously, he had very heavy front end damage, so it kind of forced his hand. So I think in the end, I feel like he's going to be underfueled. Again, that's assuming we don't have a caution to save him and get him back, deal with some of the drivers. Let's go through your full field rundown here as we're on lap 43 of 90. Jeff Hinkle is your leader, followed by Sean Purcell. Mark Dantuma is in 3rd. Joe Gregory is 4th. Jimmy Johnson is 5th. Jay Kinner is 6th. Raymond Hillhouse is 7th. Christian Delgado is 8th. Evan Clapper is 9th. 10th is Mike Smith. 11th belongs to Jared Heasley. Edmund Jones is 12th. Aaron Mason is 13th. Mann Jr. is 14th. Larry Ashby is 15th. Alb Hewins is 16th. Thanos having a weird run at the back here in 17th. Rick Sargent is 18th. Brian Oshenska 19th. 20th is Joe Turner. And 21st, Donald Durrance. James Lee is 22nd. And senior, something happened on that pit stop, is 23rd. John Schmidt is 4th, and Nicole, that's what she said, so is 25th, and rounds out your field. So, back to the front. Looks like Mark Dantuma and Joe Gregory have also made their way around Sean Purcell. Again, yeah, his tires are a little bit aged, again, with that premature pit stop, so I expect he's going to need a caution at some point to kind of reset. But that's the hand he's dealt. He kind of just has to ride it out now. Looks like Mark Dantuma getting real racy here and trying to attack Jeff Hinkle here for the Johnson coming up through there. You see him passing Joe Gregory. Yes, it is. DJ Kinner he's bringing right along with. So far, the only cars we have a lap down is Mann Sr., John Schmidt, and Nicole. That's what she said. Griesel is 2 laps down. I'm not sure what happened there. Just speeding on a pit stop or something. Jimmy Johnson almost plowed the wall. He's able to recover. It's going to give DJ Kinner a hell of a run here. Chooses to take it. He does not. He falls in behind. Mark Dantuma is your new leader. He has passed Jeff Hinkle there. Moved Mark Dantuma to the point. Laps led in there for the number 13 machine there. Again, your top 5 are pretty close together within a second. Got 2 seconds back to Sean, but again, his tires are just only going to get worse as it goes. He's kind of sitting duck here. He's going to need caution. Raymond Hillhouse is 7th. He's about 4 seconds off off the lead, so 3 seconds off this group. So a little bit of catching up to do for the rest of the field, but Mark, Jeff, DJ is up to third. Jimmy Johnson. Now remember, Jimmy Johnson stretched it, I don't know, about 5 or 6 laps extra on the other guys that so that Jimmy Johnson getting under Jeff Hinkle here. DJ Kinner made his way by, so Jeff with the short pit worked on the short term, but it might hurt him a little bit on the long run. So we'll see what he does on his next set of pit stops here. If he decides to short pit again, or does he run it a little longer, or is he just saving tires and letting them go by right now? That could be as well. Evan Clapper, let's check on him. He's in 8th position here. He has got a gaggle of cars behind him back there, led by Mike Smith here in 9th. You got Mike Smith, Jared Heasley, Christian Delgado, Edmund Jones flying in there. Looks like Aaron Mason also on the back of that group. So these guys are 9th through about 13th there, 14th, all real tight together. So Jared Heasley makes his way by Mike Smith. And they got their sights set on Evan Clapper up there. Move the 38 machine of Edmund Jones up to 10th. He's gonna get by Mike Smith there. Looks like Aaron Mason also gonna attack as well. And then you got the 17 of Christian Delgado. See what he can do with Mike Smith. Looks like Aaron Mason will make his way around. Next up, Christian Delgado. Check back at the front here. We got Mark Dantuma still leading it. Followed, in fact, I think they just put a lap on him. Is that John Schmidt? It's John Schmidt behind him. I think they just put a lap on him. It's DJ Kinner is second, about a half a second off the lead. Then you have Jimmy Johnson there, about another second and a half back, followed by Hinkle in 4th, about 2.2 back. So again, like we were noticing, you know, the short pitting helped for, you know, for a pretty decent amount of the run, though, I have to say. I mean, it took, you know, Jimmy Johnson and those guys a little bit to get back through there. So, I mean, I can't say that I'm against it. It definitely worked. You know, they didn't come through as quick, but in the end, net gain, you know, they made the spots up. But I don't know. We'll have to see what they do here on the second round, what they'll choose to do. But I gotta think if this thing stays green, like I said, it's spread now. You're gonna wanna, as long as you're up at the front of the pack here, stretch the fuel as long as you can, because the tires pay off huge dividends. And even if you fall a little bit behind after your pit stop, it looks like you can make it up. 43 out of 90 complete are making their way around James Lee. Does appear that is him. Mark Dantuma logging some laps here, getting some laps led. Looks like Raymond Hillhouse is making his way. Is that a lapper? Around the 45 of Joe Gregory. No, it is not. Those two are battling. They're in 5th and 6th, but they're in no man's land. It's just them. You got a little catching up to do. Now behind them, you got the group of Heasley, Sean Purcell, Edmund Jones, Evan Clapper, Aaron Mason, all those guys. Oh, looks like somebody got into the wall there. It might have been Sean. Like I said, those two cars look so much identical back there. Jared is your biggest mover here. He's up to 7th, 15 spots up. Your next biggest mover, Aaron Mason, 9th, 14 spots up. And then Raymond Hillhouse is up 9 spots from where he started in 5th. And DJ Kinner up 8 from where he started into 2nd. Those are your biggest movers. Looks like we have Evan Clapper and Sean Purcell here side by side. Figure that out. Evan Clapper comes out on top. Again, Sean should be due for a pit stop any minute. Like I said, it's gonna take a Sean's gonna need a caution here to have a reset. He's just gonna be playing catch up the whole time. So unfortunate events for our previous race winner. Rick Surgeon here making a move on Alb Hewins for the 14th position. I lie, they're still currently fighting it out. Sean Purcell is in the pits, I believe. Again, yeah, there he is. He's coming down. He's going to drop to the back again, and then he'll get it back. So he's going to need, 46. He's going to have another stop yet. He's got at least one more stop. I think the other guys, most of the rest of the field is only going to have to stop one more time. He's going to have to stop this one and then an additional one. So he's got essentially 2 stops. He's got an extra stop because he was forced down pit road there with that damage. So that's unfortunate. Unfortunately, his race is probably not going to go too well unless we get a caution here, which anything can happen. But again, as I said, when they spread out, it tends to not allow cautions to come out. Check on the group. Jared, you got Edmund Jones, Aaron Mason there. 47 out of 90 complete here at Auto Club, Lehman Karma Truck Series. Where's Thanos at? Alright, he qualified 15th. He's hanging in 15th there. Not really having a, I don't know how to say it. Not a bad day, not a good day, just kind of mediocre day. Just kind of hanging, hold and serve, I guess. It looks like Rick Sargent is having some action issues there. But Thanos still having a solid run there in 15th. And like I said, anything can happen. Caution happens. Bring them back, bunch the field back up, and then maybe you can attack for some more spots. Christian Delgado. Larry Ashby back in 16th position. Brian Oshenska in 17th. And Nesquik. Man, every time I see that Nesquik paint scheme, it gets me real thirsty for a chocolate milk. Back to the front here. It's all Mark Dantuma, DJ Kinner up here. DJ coming, holding the gap right about half a second. Goes about a half to 0.4. So he's slightly reeling him in, and then Mark picks it up a little bit. They're pretty evenly matched right now. Jeff Hinkle with that short pit dropped to his 4th. He's still doing good, but he's about 4 seconds off that lead group. So short pit definitely. Short-term gains, long-term, it seemed to hurt him a little bit. And again, the drivers were saying the tire fall-off was extremely bad, more so than usual. Raymond Hillhouse back here. He's actually reeling Jeff Hinkle in. Should get there in a bit. Joe Gregory seems to be the first of the front runners to hit pit road. 45 machine, he's on pit road, so he give up around 6th spot there. Junior, you're on pit road. Yep, he's on pit road for 4 tires and fuel. Yeah, Mark and DJ have kind of Mark and DJ show right now with don't get me wrong, Jimmy Johnson right there hanging around 1.6. After that, about 3 seconds back to Hinkle, Hillhouse, and all that. Looks like Raymond is actually getting. Yep, he's tucked right up behind Jeff Hinkle. It's under Hinkle. I think Hinkle will be submissive here and give him the position. Christian Delgado in the pits, Larry Ashby in the pits. Back at the front, Jay Kinner in second. He's got Mark Dantuma right in front of him. This is going to be the key when these front two come in. Now again, remember what happened to when Jimmy Johnson and all them stayed out. I mean, again, Jimmy's still there. He's in third. You know, he's 1.2 behind. He's right there behind him. He's still with it. But it definitely hurt him a little bit staying out longer. So it'll be interesting to see what these two leaders choose to do pit stop wise. Do they come a little early, or do they do what Jimmy did on the first stop and stay out pretty much right until, you know, you're almost out of fuel? And what will Jimmy Johnson do? He ran it the longest on the first stint. Will he short pit here, get by these guys knowing that he can save a little tire, and try to, you know, jump up 2 spots there and then worry about saving the tire to fend off the challenge later in the run? So we'll have to just see how it plays out. Mike Smith on pit road. On board Mark Dantuma. 55 out of 90 complete here. They're coming to the home stretch. Jeff Hinkle on pit road. So Jeff Hinkle is going with the short pit again. He's on pit road. We'll see if he can just manage it. Now this, if the caution were to come out right now, that would play right into his hand. Serviced, unless they put him a lap down right now. He would be serviced. They would have to all come in front of him down pit road, and he would inherit the lead. Essentially, no laps on his tires. Hard laps. Does not look like that will happen. But DJ Kinner is on pit road as well. DJ is going to come, and that leaves Mark Dantuma all alone. DJ Kinner on pit road. Jared Heasley up to 6th. He's staying out a little longer on this one. Looks like Edmund Jones has made his way around Jared Heasley, as well as Aaron Mason has done that as well. Jeff Hinkle coming out behind this battle here. I don't know. I mean, we're not even at lap 60 yet. You're gonna have 30 to go from there. I think people are coming for a splash and go. I mean, there's no way. I don't think Jeff can make that. But again, you know, he short pitted on the first one, so he kind of got stuck doing it. I don't know. We'll have to see. Curious. I say if you can, you know, stay out till lap 60, you have a shot at stretching it. But Mark Dantuma is out here airing it up. He's got a 3.17 gap over Jimmy Johnson. Looks like Mark is hitting pit road. That will give Jimmy Johnson the lead and move Ray Hillhouse to second. Looks like Aaron Mason also on pit road as well. Evan Clapper on pit road. Jimmy Johnson, Raymond Hillhouse, Edmund Jones, Jared Heasley decide to stay out. Again, I think you got to stretch this to 60 if you can. Then I think you can go from 60 to 90. Maybe slightly serving a little. Thanos on pit road. Alp Hewins stays out. Rick Sargent stays out. Brian Oshenska stays out. Raymond Hillhouse hits pit road. He's down pit road here. A little short of 60. A 58. Johnson stays out another lap. Well, we know he went at least 30 or 31 the first one, so I'd expect him to be able to do that again. Jimmy Johnson might steal this race with strategy. Just simply because if he can get to 60, which he's going to do, he should have enough, saving very minimal. The other guys that came even 2 and 3 laps before that, they might make it, but they're going to have to save even harder. So I think the strategy call by Jimmy Johnson here is going to be good. Everybody's going to have to save, I think, a little bit, not have to do that extra stop, and he does come down on 60, getting ready to come to lap 60. So I think he can stretch it 30 laps. I think he's going to have the right strategy, and that's, again, assuming caution don't come out. Jared Heasley follows him in. Edmund Jones will inherit the race. 30 laps to go here from Auto Club. Jimmy Johnson, Jared Heasley, Rick Sargent on pit road. Edmund Jones, Alp Hewins stay out. And again, Edmund Jones has a 10-second gap over second of Alp Hewins. So looks like Edmund is peeling on the pit road here, so he will give up the lead. That should hand it to Alp Hewins. If he chooses to come this time, we will see what the 55 machine does, or will he lead a lap? He comes down pit road. DJ Kinner gonna exchange the lead here. So DJ on that set of stops was able to take over the lead. What happened to Dan Tuma? Okay, he's in 5th. So DJ Kinner and Mark Dantuma swapped positions on pit stops, and DJ has legged it out. I mean, here's DJ taking the lead. See where it settles out, how far behind Mark is. Mark went in with a decent lead. He's going to come out 3rd place, almost 4 seconds back of DJ. Now, again, can he run him down? Absolutely. And that's what he's going to have to do if he wants to win this race. Again, Sean Purcell is back up in 5th, but again, he 100% is going to have to come down pit road again. I would say probably around lap 70, 75, something like that. Jeff Hinkle is in conservation mode, has to be. Aaron Mason had a good pit stop. He jumped over Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Hinkle, Jared Heasley. These guys are all saving 100%. Yeah, it's gonna be tight. So we'll have to see what DJ's doing here. He's got the lead. He's got Mark about 3.8 back. See if Mark can make up that gap. Joe Gregory is now moved into 3rd. Ray Hillhouse is 5th. Again, Sean Purcell is 4th right now, but I do believe that will be a non-factor, as he is no way going to make it on fuel. And I believe all the other guys are saving. So now the advantage that DJ does have is he has a 4-second gap, right? So obviously as the leader, you're gonna burn more fuel, all that good stuff. But he can let off a little bit, give some of that back. Because I don't think he got quite to lap 60. He might have, but even with that happening, I think they all still need to save a little. So again, this is going to become a game of chess. He's going to have to save a little bit. Can't just go full throttle. And again, he has a 3.7 gap, so he can let that all go. Roll into the corners, back out way before, way before entry, let out of the throttle, just coast in, coast through the turn, and then very gradually get on the throttle coming out. Just try to save as much fuel as you can. You can also try shutting the car off, clutching, all those good things. Mark in a ton of traffic back here. He is got Nicole, that's what she said, Creasel in front of him, which he's making way around her now. Got the 89 machine of John Turner there in 20th position. Oh, Nicole gets a little sloppy loose off that turn 4 there. Able to save it, hang on to it. 26 laps to go. Mark Dantuma 3.6 seconds behind DJ Kinner. Does DJ Kinner have enough fuel? Can he save enough being the lead car? It looks like they're all going to be right on the ragged edge of running out at the finish line or the last lap. We had that happen to Jason Rome last year. He had a good run going. Ran out in turn 1, taking the last lap. Knocked him out of the championship. Gregory is in 3rd. Where's he at? He's about 7.2 off of DJ, so he's quite a bit back. But again, if you're back here, 3rd, 4th, 5th, anywhere back from there, 6th, I would go into heavy fuel conservation mode and hope that the guys in front don't have enough to make it, and they run out and steal ones. Jeff Hinkle won one of the class of the fields this week, and he's back here 10th. I guarantee you he's saving this guy, Mr. behind him. Also saving. It's tight on fuel. I know for sure it's tight with Jeff because he was short pitting. And the guys that were able to stretch it 30 laps, it's gonna need to save a little. Christian Delgado made a pass. He's up 7 spots in 5th. Got Sean Purcell behind him in 6th. Those two are good buddies. Unfortunately, Sean is going to have to make. Will drop him way down the order. But as of now, he's running in 6th position. And his buddy got the 0-2 of Donald Durrance. He's a lap down, running behind them in 21st. Mark Dantuma's bringing the gap down. He's got it down to 2.6, so he's coming. He has apparently decided he has saved enough fuel and can go after it. Or is DJ saving and letting him bring that back? Like I said, DJ was going to be close. Something must have happened to Man Senior. He's 11 laps down in 25th. Not sure what happened there. Nothing popped up, no caution or nothing. Quite a bit off of. It's coming down. Mark Dantuma is a coming. He's got it down to 2.2. And Mark has had a solid truck all day long. Mark also did a rare thing last year. He won the regular season truck championship and also the regular season Xfinity championship. And then of course you have to choose which division you want to run for the title in. He obviously chose Xfinity. But he was the regular season champion in both of the series. So that's a pretty cool feat that not many, if hardly any, can say they've done. Big props to him. Sean Purcell, like I said, on pit road. He was running 5th. Again with that extra stop. And he's gonna drop already down to 8. Probably gonna ruin his race unless the other guys also have to come. That would change everything. But if they all can make it, which I think most of them can, then he's probably going to finish around 19th. But if they come, well, then he's looking at a top 5, top 6, the way he planned it out. I'll just wait and see how it plays out. Mark Dantuma's got it down to 1.4. They're going to have a battle for very shortly. Got the back of DJ Kinner's truck. You can see Mark is closing very rapidly. You can hear DJ's letting off, but not too much. He's letting off a little on entry, and then he's gassing it right back up. So he's not letting off a whole ton. I don't know how much he's really saving. Let's listen down here. Here, a little lift off there, still lifted, and he's easing back on the throttle there. Okay, so he's doing a little fuel saving. Mark's got it down to 1.2. Let's what he can do here. On board, Mr. D'Antuma. Like Smith on pit road, that's going to drop him down to 17. Yeah, Sean Purcell, if nobody else pits, is 19th, 18th rather, off the lead lap. 18 laps to go here at Auto Club Speedway. Mark D'Antuma has got the gap down to a little under a second. Can Mark D'Antuma come back up, get this lead, win this race? Can DJ Kinner, man on point right now with a 1 second gap, can he manage it enough and take the win here? We'll see how it plays out. Again, catching someone is one thing, passing is quite another. Jared here in 9th spot. Oh, he got a gaggle of cars up here. This is Jimmy Johnson making a move on Christian Delgado. You got Aaron Mason up 18 spots to 5th. Shout out Aaron Mason. Hell of a run, buddy. That's a solid run there. 18 spots. Got himself a top 5. So far, we're not done yet. We got 17 to go. There's more positions. DJ Kinner is on pit road. He cannot make it. Oh my gosh. So maybe they all can't make it. This changes everything. Sean Purcell might just get himself a good finish out of this. Aaron Mason also on pit road. Christian Delgado on pit road. We'll have to see if anybody is going to be ballsy here and stretch it. I don't know. Mark D'Antuma so far has stayed out. I got to think Hinkle and Heasley have saved a ton of fuel. They're up in 6th and 7th. I think that's what they were doing. I think it was right on the fringe of making it as it was, and they, by design, stayed back and saved fuel. Mark D'Antuma is your leader, followed by Joe Gregory, 11 seconds back. We will have to see how this plays out if these front runners can, again, he's got 11-second lead. He can lift off it way going into the turn, let it roll through the whole turn, you know, get on the gas just about at the exit and try to save here. I mean, that's DJ Kinner just came out in front of him and he's got him a lap down, so, or almost a lap down, you know. 15 to go here. John Schmidt in front of Mark D'Antuma. Jared Heasley, your big mover, up to 5th, 17 spots up. Alb Hewins, also big mover, 12 spots up in 9th. There's Alb Hewins in 9th, in 55 machine. Tenth is Rick Surgeon. He's up 6 spots. Oh, Rick, back in the Bud Light. He's definitely having a little connection issues, but he's been managing to get through it. Donald Durrance fought back. Not sure what happened to him in the beginning, but he's in 14th. A solid run. He's up 10 spots. Mark D'Antuma. Let's go back to the top. Can he make this work? 13 laps to go. If he stretches this, you can hear he's way out of the throttle. Very little throttle input. I think he's going to go for it. I mean, I think you have to at this point, right? If you're not going for it, you would have already come. I think he's going for it. He's going to stretch this. Again, you got 11-second gap back to second place that you can give up. save this. And again, the drivers have all of this info relative boxes to go through and look at. You don't need to win by 11 seconds. You just need to win by point. So again, if he's close on fuel, 12 laps to go here, I would be said give back all that 11 seconds by that much. Just that you make it across the line without having to pit is key. You can see he's not really pulling away from John Schmidt. He lapped him again, but he's actually his draft is probably what I would probably do is tuck back in behind him. Again, I think he's committed. He's committed to that strategy now. Jared Heasley hit it right on the head, though. He's up 19 spots. He's running in third. He definitely saved Edmund Jones made a pass under him. But again, you know, kudos to Jared. He's gonna make it here. Brian Oshenska's on pit road. Top 10 there. He's going to up back to 12th. Front. Marky Mark there. Bill Gregory's on pit road. Okay, so he can't make it. It's interesting. That moves Jared Heasley to second. 20 spots up where he started. Jeff Hinkle on pit road. He can't make it, and he was saving. He did short pit, however, but he can't make it. So Jeff Hinkle on pit road. All right, it's 10 laps to go here. Again, Mark Dantuma has a 16-second lead over second place Edmund Jones. So, like I said, just lift down the straightaway, lift in the roll through the entire turn, make this work. And we're gonna ask him how close he was able to make this, but John Schmidt being behind them there is also giving him drafts, so that is helping. See. Coming up on 8 laps to go. Again, you're committed now. Will Mark Dantuma win this race, or will he run out of gas and have somebody else like Jones steal it? Sargent having a solid run there. He's back up at 9th. Yeah, Jeff Hinkle with that short pit that just didn't work. Back in 15th. Harry Ashby, 18th. Enos not having a good day, 19th. Everybody's had those days, though. Everybody has them. Uh-oh, we're on Mark. Okay, he's back. I thought he was having a connect. Like, oh no, don't disconnect now. Mark Dantuma, 7 laps to go. Can he make it on fuel, ladies and gentlemen? That is the question. Did he save enough? Like I said, he's got 16-second gap to, second place. So you can give back a lot. See, he's not moving fast. Evan Clapper on pit road, giving up the 6th position. He's on pit road. He can't make it. He has a little right front hood and fender damage there. Gotten into something. Jay Kinner had the lead of this race. He's got back to 7th. Still a good run, but that's if Mark can pull this off, man, heck of a run that would be to be able to pull this off. See, John Schmidt is all over the backup. It's Mark's just coasting through. I can tell you the gap back to second is shrinking, not growing, so definitely conservation mode. 6 laps here, coming up on 5 laps to go in this race. 5 laps to go at the line, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Dantuma, will he win it? Will it be Edmund Jones, Jared Heasley? They are real tight together. Mark runs out. This race is going to be decided between these two right here, Jared Heasley and Edmund Jones right here in front. It'll be decided between those two if Mark runs out. But again, Mark was 16 seconds up. He's now 15.7. I can see he's giving up time. He just let Rick Sargent go by and lap himself. I thought he was coming down pit road. Oh no. 4 laps to go for Mark Dantuma. Can he get it done? We will talk to your top 3 after this race, so stick around. We will grab them. Up on 3 to go. Oh no, Mark Dantuma can't make it. He's on pit road with 3 to go. Oh my gosh, Edmund Jones and Jared Heasley are going to decide this race. This is incredible. Oh no, heartbreak for Dantuma. He has to come down taking 3 laps to go. The race will be decided between Edmund Jones and Jared Heasley. They move into first and second. Jimmy Johnson is 8 seconds off of this, so this will be your race winner between these two. Jimmy Johnson going to move into third. Mark Dantuma, heartbreak. He's going to drop to, so far he's 4th. Jay Kinner goes by into 4th. He's now 5th, 6th. Comes out in 6th. Not enough time to use anything though. Gosh darn, that's crazy. I would have had to think if you were that close, you would have just come earlier. 2 laps to go for Edmund Jones. Can he get it done? Will it be Jared Heasley in second, who's dropped off to 1.6? That tells me he might still be a little not quite sure on fuel. Will Edmund run out of fuel and give this race to Jared? Jared backing way off. Oh, is he out of fuel? Is Jared Heasley out of fuel? Yeah, he's dropped way off the pace. 3. No. Edmund Jones coming off the final turn. He's going to take the final lap here. Definitely no threat from behind. Does he have enough fuel to make it? Edmund Jones takes the final lap here, so the race is official. If any kind of cautions happen, is official. Does Edmund Jones have enough gas to make it to the end? Again, he has time to give back 3.7 seconds back to Jared Heasley, so he can coast out of the turn. It looks like he's gonna have enough gas to get it done. Edmund Jones gonna be a winner here at Auto Club. Looks like Mancini out of gas there. Edmund Jones, your winner. Followed by Jared Heasley in second. Jimmy Johnson in third. He's out of gas. DJ Kinner gonna get him. Here comes DJ. Oh man, DJ was coming. Jimmy Johnson holds on for third. Out of gas at the line. Kinner was coming. If that line's another 20 foot down the road, DJ Kinner grabs third. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on Edmund here for his donuts, and let's go talk to these here. Grab. Jared Heasley, this is Rich up in the booth. You got a copy, bud?
What's going on, Richie?
Man, that was a hell of a race. I mean, you have Mark Dantuma running out of gas, literally coming to 3 laps to go. Just crazy fuel mileage race. I noticed you and Jeff realized after the second pit stop that you guys had to save quite a bit. I think you noticed that there because you guys were way off the pace, and I realized you were saving. But it looked like even on the last lap there, you backed what you were right on Edmund there for the lead, and you dropped back to 3 seconds. Were you still close even on the last lap of running out?
I ran out directly after the start-finish line. I realized that about halfway through the race that we weren't going to make it, or that it was going to be close. So I had been conservatively saving once I noticed it, and that's my bad on that one. I didn't do enough testing to check this one, and I should have. But I guess I figured it out, made it work.
Well, awesome. Congratulations on the second place. I will let you know, at the line, Jimmy Johnson ran out of gas coming halfway down the front stretch and was coasting to the line, and DJ Kinner just about, if the line's another 5 foot forward, DJ Kinner grabs third at the line, but Jimmy Johnson was able to coast through and get that. Anyway, congratulations on second, and good strategy there, and I will let you go on that. And
Yeah, thanks, Richie.
yeah, let's see if we can grab Jimmy. Oh, Ed Jones is here. Okay, we'll grab. Edmund Jones, this is Rich up in the booth. You got a copy, bud?
Yes, sir, I do.
Hey, well, first off, congratulations. Hell of a race. Crazy race. Very, fuel mileage played a big factor in that. How close were you at the end there? Because, I mean, we had a lot of guys running out at the line and stuff coming off of turn 4. How much did you have left?
I am currently sitting at 0.1 of a gallon. I had, coming to the line, I had 0.8 of a lap left. So I was able to just save just barely enough through the first 2 stints to make it a 2-stop race.
That's crazy. Again, congratulations on that. That was a heck of a race. Very well played on your part, and glad you were able to bring that home and give us our second winner of the season, second different winner. So, again, congrats to you on that, and go celebrate your win.
Hey, thanks, man. I want to say, thank you for my wife and kids that are watching the broadcast. They were able to catch the last of it there. And, shout out to my teammate in third, Jimmy Johnson. Me and him were on the same strategy all night. He had some damage, so he wasn't able to keep up with me, but it was a great night of racing. Thank you all for, having us here.
No problem. Thanks for being here, and we'll give a shout out to your wife and kids. Hopefully you made them proud with that win tonight. So congratulations again, and you earned that one.
Hey, thanks, man.
Jimmy Johnson, this is Rich up in the booth. You got a copy, bud?
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. So obviously we know the fuel mileage was a big part in this. How scared were you? Because I watched it. You ran out of gas somewhere, I don't know, off of 4, or maybe halfway down the front stretch. And DJ Kinner was, if that line is 5 foot more forward, I think he takes third from you. How scared were you at that?
You ever driven a 30-lap stunt one-handed when you're shutting off the motor going in every corner?
I figured there had to be some of that because it was I
made a mistake. I should have went one more lap on the first stunt, on the first run, because I had enough to do it, and I should have, but I was like, nah. And if I did, I'd been all fine, because I'm like, I didn't start realizing, I'm like, if I can save one more lap in the, I had to save an extra lap on both stunts, the last 2 runs. I wish I kind of just went with my gut image and stayed out one more lap on the first run.
Yeah, because I noticed that on the first run, you were the last one to pit. I didn't know how much you had in the tank, obviously, but
I had
you
enough
were
for
the last.
One more lap. Yeah,
and
enough for one more lap, and I was like, it bit me. You know,
It
it is what it is.
it bit you, but it didn't. I mean, you still got the
Yeah.
top 3, but yeah, it would have been nice to have that extra lap and maybe not cut it so close at the line.
Hey, get beat on strategy. It is
Hey.
what it's part of racing. So I mean, I'm not mad about it. I mean, it was a great race overall. There was, especially that first run, there was a lot of side by side racing.
Oh yeah, it
I
was
just-
tough for the first part of that race. Everybody was real racy at the start of that.
Yeah, and I just said, I'm going to the bottom, start saving tires, and it actually worked out.
Well, that's awesome, man. Congratulations on your 3rd place finish. And I know
Thank you, sir.
I was talking to your teammate, and he was able to win that race, and he was just a little bummed that you had a little damage and fuel not to be able
Yeah.
to be up there battling with him. But he
Hey, it was
congratulated
on
you.
me. Hey, he had a good run. He deserved it. He outsmarted me.
Awesome. Well, again,
That's part of racing.
nothing to hang your head on. Congratulations on 3rd, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
You will. I'll be back most of the season. Just I had a commitment to make last week, so that's why I missed last week. But yeah,
No worries.
thank God for the playoffs.
Good having you back, brother.
Thank you, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for this broadcast. That was a crazy race. Actually, hold on. If he's still here, grab one more person. Gosh darn it. Okay, I will end it there. If you like that, tune in back tomorrow. I will be racing same track. I will be racing it, not broadcasting it on Pizza Pepper Gaming. It'll be Auto Club. It'll be the next gen cars. If you want to watch the broadcast of that race, that will be on How to Suck at iRacing. Again, tomorrow, same time, 7:30ish p.m. Eastern, that is. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you all for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And we will see you next week for race number 3. I don't know where it's at. I'm bad with that. I'm sorry. But hopefully you guys tune back in next week and join us for the race number 3.